Good morning, everybody. Up nice and early this morning because it's supposed to get over 100 today. So what I've got is the Minelab Manticore with the 5x8 coil. I'm up here in a place that's basically pegs out the mineralization bar on the DS2. So this should be a pretty good test for the Manticore. I'm right at the base of the mountains, and here in Utah in the Wasatch Mountains, most of what came out of these mountains was silver. Not a lot of gold, but there was gold as a byproduct. We can't hunt for nuggets here, though. It's generally just to, do panning and find flour gold, but still going to be a good test for those that are in mineralized areas. And most of the western U.S. is fairly mineralized dirt where people are looking for gold. So this will be a pretty good test. What I've got is a couple of nuggets here. Let me show them to you. So I've got this is about 1/3 of a gram. I've got this one that's about 1/10 of a gram, maybe even less. I've got it in a piece of tape. It's fairly flat, but it's a pretty good profile. And I've got it on this green piece of tape so that I can keep track of it. So what I'll do is I'm just going to start by putting both of them on the surface of the ground. We're going to do a test with the DS real quick though, and I'll show you how mineralized the dirt is. And I'm just going to put this on, this one on top of the ground, and the 3rd gram on top of the ground. We'll go over them with a Manticore and then we'll start burying them. So let's take a look at how mineralized this ground is. Got the DS2 here. Just going to pump the coil, and if you'll notice, it's going to fill mineralization bar all the way up. So we got fairly mineralized ground here we're going to do this test on. So let's get with it. Let's go through the setup real quick here. Got to get it in Goldfield. We'll do a noise cancel, but I don't think there's much EMI around here. Well, apparently there is. Looks like it likes 2. Let's ground balance. Looks like it likes 3. Recovery will start at 4. We may move it up if we can't get it to be stable. Ferrous limits, we're going to run stock. Ferrous volume, we'll just run stock. Prospecting audio theme, threshold at 12, and multi-IQ. Obviously there's something there, but a lot of this other stuff is mineralization you're hearing. Let's switch to another mode here real quick, and let's just make sure that we don't actually have targets in the ground that are causing this trouble. Yeah, so we're gonna have to calm down the Goldfield program. We're already at 20. Let's go ground balance again. See if that does anything for us. I just think you're not going to be able to hunt that way, so let's move the recovery speed up. That's a little bit better. Now you could turn your horseshoe on, take care of a lot of that. We may have to do that here because of the mineralization. So let's go over these nuggets. Here's the 3rd gram. That's right on it. That's over it. There's your, let's make sure there's not anything there. There is something right there, so let's move that one. Okay. There, your 10th right on top. Like I say, that's got a pretty good profile. So let's bury we'll bury the 10th an inch, and we'll bury the 3rd gram 2 inches, see what happens. Okay, let's bury that one about like that. And we'll bury this 3rd grammer a couple of inches. Pretty sandy soil, so it's not real hard digging. It's probably a couple inches. Rock and a rock for reference. Okay, let's go over the 3rd gram first. And it's already pretty broken up, but I think you'd probably investigate that. Here's the 10th gram. So the 10th is already pretty weak. So we'll go to 2 inches on the 10th, and we'll go to 3 inches on the 3rd. Okay, let's find the 10th gram. It's right there. Go down to about 2 inches. Put that rock back over it. And let's dig up this 3rd gram one. Oh, it's already out. Okay. Getting a little bit harder ground. There's a better rock to dig with. It's probably about 3 inches. I'll put that rock there for reference. Okay, let's go back over them. Okay, here's the 3rd gram. Still getting it. Fairly stuttery though, because we're using the horseshoe on, and it's barely outside of the lower ferrous limits, but surprisingly, that 1/10 of a gram, it's got a pretty good profile on it though. Like I said, it's still giving an ID. I don't know hunt speed though. I don't think you'd stop for it. Well, you might. Got right over it. Here's the ground around it. You get other targets that are similar. You know, I wonder if maybe some of these rocks are... Get the rocks out of there. Still picking it up with a 1/3 of an inch, or 3 inches down on that 3rd grammer, so that's pretty nice. Here's the ground around it though, so there are some other signals that sound similar. There's nothing buried there. Could be that rock. Well, I think you'd investigate that though. So let's maybe go 4 inches on that, or try to get it down 4. I'm gonna go get a pick so I can dig a little deeper. I'll be right back. Okay, we've got that. I don't think it was actually 3 inches deep. The ground got so hard. So now it's in the bottom here, right there. I've got this pick. The handle's level with the ground, so it's this width right here. deep. I'll measure that when I get home, put it up on the screen, which the actual depth is. It might be 4 inches, but it might not, so probably more like 3.5. Bury that back up. And go over that one last time. Okay, here we are at that last depth. And that isn't anything you're going to stop for. We could try raising the sensitivity, but I think I think you can still hunt at 22. See how high we can go without it getting too terribly chattery. Well, 24 will work too. Let's go over the nugget. So, can't find it. If we turn the horseshoe off, just totally unhuntable. So we'd have to run with the horseshoe on, sensitivity at 24. That's huntable. We got the recovery speed at 4. Let's try going down to, 6. Let's try going down to 4. See if that would be huntable. I think it probably would. See if we can get that nugget now. Yeah, I just don't think that's anything you're going to stop for. So that's the max that you're going to get anything with the Manticore with that 8-inch coil in this kind of soil, which is 3.5, 4 inches maybe. So anyway, not too bad of a test. I'm pretty sure if I brought the GPX out here, I could grab that, but you know, we're talking about VLFs right now, not the GPX. So anyway, that'll do it for that comparison, and thanks for watching.